there's always that one time when something comes along and surprises me and makes me want to go out and spend all my money on the entire line. And surely enough, the Star Raiders did that for me. And the next one we have up is the Star Raider Transformers Legacy United Star Raiders Voyager Ferak. Ferak or Ferak or Ferak or whatever you want to call them is a retool and repaint of CYCLONUS. Now we also do have that Metalhawk is a repaint and retool of CYCLONUS as well, but he's different. I do have mine. He's missing the sword. I don't know where the sword is. But I almost wish they gave the sword to him. Now the differences are slight, but enough to where you look at this character, the way he's painted, and just go, yeah, he's totally different. Even though he looks damn near like CYCLONUS, he's not quite looking like CYCLONUS. So we're going to go over the packaging, of course, and you know I love my packaging. I had the instructions. I don't know where I put them in. I just had them in my hand and maybe I lost them. But yeah, I got instructions there in the box somewhere. And yeah, let's look at the box real quick. He is about 31 steps to transform. If you know how to transform CYCLONUS, you know how to transform this guy. He comes with extra weapons, which is so weird how Filch did not. We'll do the quick comparisons of the toys that we have, and then we'll move on to robot mode. All right, let's move this box off the way. Let's go over the toy. So he is primarily this very close to white and gray with silver in the highlights here. He has a different nose cone, which is, you could say serrated, I guess. Serrated. I don't know what to call that. He has the same gun. It's just now in this same kind of gray color. This time he has these ends here on the wings that can come off. And they are, you know, where you could put them back on. No, they won't go on any other. You can also fit them in his hand because he does have 5mm posts there. Has the same landing gear struts, the same kind of this. The chest is molded differently. The wings have these extra points on here. I believe that they are just, they are remolded differently up there too as well. Not much there that we could show off, so we're going to put him down for a second. We just move this out of the way so I can fill that down there. I'm testing out this new cage for my camera and things like that, so please forgive me. Let's just put the landing strut there. And next we're going to bring out CYCLONUS, the warrior. And like I said, you know, because they're more closer to each other than Metalhawk is, you can see here the differences right off the bat. And of course, like I said, the nose cone is different. Let's just get a better idea of what we're dealing with here. I have to do this kind of tricky because I got to up my camera. Oh, there it went. It fell. That's okay. It's supposed to fall. But as you can see here, those differences are there. And of course, from the back, they're the same. The wings, like I said, are slightly different at the front. They have these extra molded in pieces. And of course, you can attach these hard-pointed weapons here. The landing gears are the same. But the only difference is the chest is now molded differently. The bottom is the same, except again for the remolded nose cone. The legs are the same, remolded the same. They're all molded the same. It's just paint apps and different things of that nature. But they're not much different to each other, but just the head sculpt is going to be different. We'll see that in robot mode. But yeah, they look pretty cool. Of course, he's going to look way different than the other guy here, which is Metalhawk. And we'll go ahead and just for the sake, because I never reviewed Metalhawk, and I will never will unless I decide to get that other Metalhawk and I can find his sword, because I gotta really look for that sword. But here you go, or maybe just third-party weapons. Here you go, just to see. And I really thought that he was using Metalhawk's wings, because I thought that I didn't realize his wings were that of CYCLONUS. So when I realized that, I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely using his own version of the wings. So yeah, the slight remold still wins. This mold really does do well. And I think for a lot of people, that's a good thing. But I just didn't realize he didn't have any landing gear. Now, my Metalhawk was slightly modified, painted, and things like that. I just kind of painted the chest a little bit, but it didn't come out well, so he's now looking weird. But that's all of them right there that we have. Let's just get a good shot there. And you can see, yep, that's them. And now we're going to go to robot mode. And we'll always be back in 2 and 2. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic. And we have Ferak in his robot mode. Pretty much he looks like CYCLONUS, but different. And it's enough for me to keep him. I got to say, I'm totally impressed with it. The height, I'm not going to do measurements because, you know, the legs do kind of come in and out, but you can see the differences in the coloring here. Let's get a good close-up of the head sculpt so you can get a better look at that. Now, believe it or not, he is slightly remolded from, even the head is remolded from CYCLONUS. Not a whole lot, but it is. Let's just get a quick look at that head sculpt. Yeah, it does look good. Very impressive there. Let's get this back up to speed here. 4.5 so we can go back. But yeah, and then these hard points here come off. And like I said, the wings are different. And you could take those hard pointed weapons and, well, you could kind of put it in his hand. And you just get the elbow joint here. And you could just kind of put it in his hand as extra weapons here. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, he's got a lot of, you know, you can put the weapons there. Now, it doesn't really fit in his hand well. You can put it up there. Like I said, they really don't fit but here, but they do have that post there. You can put them here if you want. I think they fit better under the arm there, but even then it looks weird. So, you know, but I guess that's a thing you could do with it if you want. But just to give him that differentiated look, the head, what's really molded differently is just certain parts of the molding is different, and that's what's it. The face sculpt and everything. This gives him like that really angry, like I'm that dude look, you know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna go ahead and go through comparisons here, and I'm gonna spend a million years on this. Of course, we're gonna compare him to CYCLONUS, the warrior. And like I said, there's a lot of the facial differences there that are enough to give you that look. The arm. Oh yeah, the shoulders are remolded too. Here, he's got more of an indentation. Let's bring that closer. He's got more of an indentation there where he doesn't. So the shoulders are different. The chest is different. Even the abdomen is different except for the little diamond or hexagonal part right there, you know, where it's kind of like in the middle. But everything else is the same. The blast effects are the same. The arms are the same. The symbol for the Star Raiders are on his forearm there. Let's see. Is there anything else we're missing? The feet are the same. The legs are definitely the same. And the back is the same because of the fact that it's the same, you know, spaceship pattern. Now, we're not going to go into details with Metalhawk, because Metalhawk, we know, is different altogether. And like I said, Metalhawk does come with a sword, and his arms are the same. The only difference is the way he transforms and some of the other remolded parts. But the wings are the same. They just don't have the ability to fold down like them. Hold on one second here. This is ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know why he won't stand up today. Hell's going on with you, man? And all of a sudden you want to step up and just act like you ain't got no, like you ain't been here in a while or something, you know? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of editing there. Give me one moment to straighten that out. And of course, there is Metalhawk. And let's bring them in and out a little bit, as you can see there. And yeah, I think that Ferak does this mold justice. I think that the changes that Hasbro made are pretty good. So yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. We've already shown him off. Ready? Let's just go into final thoughts here. And while we're doing the final thoughts, we'll just go ahead and do the measurement here. He is rather tall at a little over 7 inches, going into about 7.5. So yeah, he's pretty tall. Other than that, I like this mold. I think it's a fantastic use of the Cyclonus mold, and it's not a whole lot of remolding, but it's just enough so that when you look at him, you just go, man, he is a different character. The face sculpt screams that of someone who's like, I'm not here to play. I mean business. Get out of the way. Whatever it takes, I got to do what I got to do. If you're not going to do what I'm trying to do, you're going to get your behind handed to you, and that's that. Yeah, I mean, if you're into this, yeah, buy it. I see a lot of people are into this one more than the other one. I think it's just the different characters that they use and the different paints. The use of what they're doing with the remolds is pretty good. Although the Thundertron Packles, that's the one that's going to be coming up next pretty soon. We'll talk about that going on. Well, I guess we can kind of get a little preview of that here in the next video. And yes, this is the leader here in his alt mode, as you can see here, and he'll be next up on deck to talk business. But yeah, I'm all with Ferak here. I think Ferak looks pretty good. I think he is a worthy assessment to a worthy figure to buy. I say go out and get him if you're into the set. This is Super Robot Ed, bringing you more news reviews to them. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.